Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Natural Vibrations. I'm actually on vacation in Bali, so I've just jumped on to do a quick end of the month, second half of August twin flame reading. We've got the masculine on this side as always, and we've got the feminine here and the union cards in the middle. Again, these are all general readings, so if they don't resonate with you, please do book a private reading. All information will be listed below, or you can log on to my website, naturalvibrations.in. So, we're going to just jump right into it. In the masculine spiritual realm, we've got free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life and trust. This situation is calling for you to have trust. So, the masculine in their spiritual realm are now starting to trust this union they have, this connection they have with their divine feminine. They have started, for some may already be having doubts and fears, which are now getting cleared, and they're starting to trust themselves and trust that the universe has a plan, and they're freeing themselves. Just free yourself. Take time to take back control of your life. This means it's time to get rid of your ego, minds, doubts, and fears, and past programming. The universe is reminding you that you are in control of your life and you cannot be driven by fear and doubt. And what the universe is saying is it's time to take back control and realize that you got to start trusting yourself and trusting this connection with the divine and start trusting this connection with your twin flame. And that is what's happening in the masculine. Most masculine are now in the spiritual plane, trusting that. They're freeing themselves from the doubts and fears, and they are trusting the universe, trusting this connection with the feminine. The feminine have worth waiting for. The divine timing is at work in your love life, and forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in the present moment. So the feminine already know and are aware that the twin flame relationship, I hope you can see that. Sorry, the sun is giving it a little bit of a glare. The feminine in their spiritual plane already know that this relationship is worth waiting for. If they don't, they are coming into this realization that this relationship is meant to be. And I think they got this card last time as well, so they know that they need to wait for the universe to do its thing, and for the masculine to clear his blockages, and for the feminine to clear their blockages, so that union can occur. And for that, they need to continue working on themselves, which is what this forgiving and healing card means. The feminine are working towards clearing their own issues, whether it's issues with their own family, with past relationships, with their impression of the masculine. Whatever it is, the feminine are now or continuing to work on their own issues, because at the end of the day, this is what the union is all about. It's about figuring out their own baggages and own blockages and lessons they need to learn, so that once they go through that, that's when union happens. And the feminine are very well aware of this, and that's what they're working towards. The masculine in the heart space has make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So the masculine in the heart space kind of want to make the effort. They understand that, in their heart, they do believe that there's something more with this relationship, and they do want to make the effort. They want to sort of, they want to make the effort. They want to reach out to the feminine. They do want to reconnect in the heart space, which is beautiful. The feminine in the heart space has soulmate. It's funny, I did a private reading for myself before this, and this I got soulmate twice, so that's great. The soulmate, this is your soulmate. The simple as that. So the feminine in their heart space truly believe that the masculine is their soulmate. Maybe they were looking for reconfirmation. I know it's funny, every time I go to a different place, I always look up the local healer. I'm in Bali at the moment, and I went to a Balinese healer and asked about my twin flame relationship. And I was also given the reconfirmation that I needed. And again, so I feel like this is what's happening to a lot of feminine, whether they go to somebody or just it's like self realization that, again, in their heart space, they're truly convinced that their masculine is their soulmate and there's nothing to worry about. I guess if you see the cards over the years, over the weeks, the cards are just getting more positive. So far, we don't really have too much negative cards except for a little bit in the masculine. But, the heart space, the spiritual plane, both sides are, trusting and believing. The heart space, the masculine want to make the effort, the feminine believe they're the soulmate. In the mental space, the masculine has flirt, extend your light-hearted energy to others. This is actually great. This I guess because it's the lion gate portal has opened up, maybe it's the effect of that. If you want to read up more about that, there are lots of other readers who have done talks about what the lion gate means. I'm not an expert in it, so which is why I haven't done one. But the masculine are now sort of not so mentally bogged down. Earlier, if you saw any of my past readings, you would have noticed that the masculine were really caught up in their head. They had a lot of, you know, thoughts back and forth, a lot of ego mind, the monkey mind, playing his part. But I feel like right now they've got becoming a bit more lighthearted. They're getting a bit more easy. They're sort of becoming a bit more like energetic and full of life, which is what we want. We don't want them to be completely stressed out and overburdened by this connection. So I feel that, a gateway has opened up and things are getting better for most masculine, and their mental space is getting lighter, which is great. For the feminine in their mental space, they've got go ahead and make the romantic gesture, express your love. So mentally, the feminine really just want to connect with their masculine, and a lot of times this could be connecting with them on just in mentally, sending them positive thoughts, sending them positive vibes, thinking, mentally thinking of them as being happy and being fulfilled. We don't have to, push them to come back. The healer I went to asked me a very simple question. He goes, do you want to make your twin come back, or do you want them to come back on their own? And I told them that no, I want my twin to come back if that's what's meant to be. I don't want to force them. And I think that's where a lot of feminine are. They don't want to force the twin to do something. Like I know a lot of people who try to do rituals to force their twin to come back or whatever. And that's not what we want. We don't want the twin to, to come back to us if they don't truly want to. Why would we want to settle for somebody like that? So I think a lot of feminine are in that space. I know I am, where I do want to express my love to them and I want to spread my love to them, but I don't want to force them. So I want them to know they're happy, that I want them to be happy. I wish my twin well. And I feel a lot of feminine are at this space. They want to wish their twin well and happy, but they don't want to force the situation. They do want their twin to know that they're happy and loved and they care about them. The masculine in the physical has codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic lives. So I feel in the physical, maybe a lot of masculine are getting into a little bit of an obsessive behavior. This could be drinking, smoking, doing drugs. It could be just because they're trying to, once you've got this connection sorted out, if you see the top three planes are pretty sorted. So when you're so connected to somebody, but your physical space, you still don't have the courage to take the next step. You do sort of try to drown out your feelings and emotions with alcohol or drugs, and maybe some of the masculines are doing that. Some masculines may also be sort of becoming codependent on their feminine. In the sense, masculines might be checking up on them on social media, sort of like not stalking, but cyber Googling and checking out on Facebook and everything what their twin is doing, and sort of just sort of keeping an eye on them. And the universe is saying that you don't need to be codependent on them, because it's time for them also just to work on themselves. The masculine surprisingly might be just getting more focused on the feminine, but not in a good way, or getting too dependent on alcohol and drugs. So that's something they need to work on. The feminine, again, we've got a great card, chemistry. There's a strong magnetic connection here. So again, we've got the feminine having a very positive card in the physical plane. The feminine believe that they have a connection here, a strong connection with the masculine, and they're just waiting. They're just sort of doing their own thing, and they know that things are going to work out. All they have to do right now is work on forgiving and learning, and that is it. So they just have to forgive and learn their own lessons and clear their blockages. And the feminine are truly aware of this. I mean, this week I'm actually really happy to see the reading. It's all positive for the feminine. Only thing the feminine are now have to do is work on their own blockages, work on forgiving and work on releasing and learning their lessons. The masculine, the only thing they have to work on is a codependency. This could be on a lot of things, as we said, could be drugs, could be alcohol, could be on the feminine, could be on other things. So we just need to, the masculine just need to work on that. Regarding union, we've got round and round, which is upside down, building blocks, and from the Dragon Fae, which I'll read from the book, is the Lady Alfreda, justice will prevail. So, round and round. So, the round and round and building blocks card actually go hand in hand. Round and round in the upright usually says that, just because we can't see, things are, progress is never as like a ladder. It's usually like a spiral. So we go like this and we keep going up. We can't see movement like that usually, and that's how our world is usually operates. That's how energy is operating here in our world. So what the universe is saying is regarding union, that just because you feel like you can't see anything in the physical realm, and the universe is telling you, just because there is no confirmation in the physical world, it does not mean that things are not moving up. It's a spiral. Things are moving gradually, but because you can't see it, you're sort of doubting that. And the universe is telling you to stop doubting it. You need to start trusting that things are moving, and just because you can't see the movement because it's small, doesn't mean that it's not happening. What the universe is saying is right now the building blocks are being created. So every day, whenever we see movement happening, it's happening in a way that the little building blocks, like a house, that the universe is creating for us for union. So just because you can't see union right now, you can't see the steps, you can't see the little building blocks, doesn't mean the building blocks are not being laid. It's like a house. When you look at a structure of a house, you usually see like wooden beams or just panels, and you're just like, okay, I don't see this house, I don't understand how a house is going to be built on this. But what the universe is saying is, just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not going to happen. So the universe is telling you, just relax, building blocks are being laid out right now. And now regarding justice will prevail, I'm going to read this from the book. 1 second. Try to hold that up. Know you this, that whatsoever you send out, you attract back to the power of three. Intent has energy, as do thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and once released, this vibrational thought field radiates out and attracts back to you that which was sent out. This is the law of the threefold return, an ancient law that the wise ones have known of for many a year, though many of the humans have refused to listen to its wisdom. So if you cry out at injustice and if you are in pain, you must clear the reason these manifestations of the law were brought to you, were drawn to you by you. As you think, you will live. As you do unto others, will do unto you. This is a magical law. Do not be afraid of this truth. See it as a source of freedom. There is no blame in this karmic truth, for all that you send out will return. There is no place for it to go. Your own underworld initiation is ending soon, and the dark will soon come to be but a place full of rest, release, wisdom, deep ancient knowledge. The law is the law, and the lady's law is love unto all. Follow this, and the threefold return will work its magic. Do you not know the truth? Your own underworld is not hell, but your dark time is the cauldron of your experience, your growth, your understanding, and your knowledge. Now you have the knowledge of the law. Will you work with it, knowing it to be the truth? Okay, wow. So what this is saying is that it's talking about the law of attraction. The universe is saying that what you give out is what you get. So are you giving are you taking responsibility for your actions? We've been repeating this over and over again, and this is what the universe is saying, that it is now your energy that is going to determine when union is going to happen. This is crazy because I actually like to use different readers just to get readings for myself, because sometimes your own energy influences your readings. And what the other person told me was that regarding union with my twin, she said it was up to me. So this is what this card is telling all you guys, that union is up to you. You are in control. The dark times, you can't, that this time apart, if you look at it as a as a dark time, as a bad thing, then you're sort of giving that energy out. But if you look at this time apart as a way of learn, that it was supposed to happen, it was a lesson and how it was necessary, and see the reason it happened and own up to it, then you're sort of clearing that and converting it into something good rather than something bad. It's telling us that this dark time is soon going to end. This separation is soon going to end, but that is all determined on the energy you attach to it and the energy you give out. Because at the end of the day, if you're thinking of it as not, as not something that you need to get through, then that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a horrible separation. But if you relate to it as something that, I needed to happen, this was needed, I learned so much, and now I'm ready and I'm now manifesting union, and that is what's going to happen. Justice will prevail. Is telling us it is time to get real and own what you have previously blamed on others. This does not mean blaming yourself. Instead, work on shifting your own karmic residue. Dragonfey are wonderful at this, and understanding the connections between what you have sent out and what you have created. Again, everything that's happening to you is a manifestation of your own thoughts. Start owning up to them. This does not mean you blame yourself and criticize yourself, but be gentle with yourself, like how you tell a child or teach a child that, you know what, this is how things work, and now that you know how things work, you can make things better for yourself. Issues of law, justice, and karma, fearful thoughts around what you come to see to be the darkness or black magic, not understanding just how the natural law works. Work with your own dark times to understand the lessons. Make friends with your shadow and thank it for its lessons. Again, thank the universe for everything it has given. Thank the universe for the lessons, and be grateful for everything you've learned during this process of separation, because that is what it was all about. Make decisions, act in integrity, and keep your word. Be honest and upfront and expect that from others. You do not need to play games or be deceived anymore if someone has not acted with integrity. Know that you do not need to act, as the natural laws of this Lady of Dragonfire will take over, and justice will be released in due course. Your role is to act with honor, nobility, and truth, and keep to that course. Take action regarding matters that must be put to right. Justice will prevail. So beautiful. Just going to quickly recap everything. For the masculine, we've got all positive cards. The masculines are believing in this union and are getting more lighthearted and want to make the effort. They just need to be careful about the codependency. The feminine are waiting, are learning, they want to express themselves, they believe this is their soulmate. They do, however, still need to clear some blockages and recognize the lessons they have learned. Regarding union, the universe is saying that just because things are happening doesn't mean that they cannot move forward. They are moving forward, and the building blocks are being laid out. So you just need to be patient, and things are happening slowly and steadily. Think there is movement. And the justice card is reminding us that you have to own up to your actions, own up to the why the reason the separation happened, and to acknowledge the lessons you have learned, and to be grateful that all the shadow work you have done has actually been fruitful. And then you will have union. So that is all we have for today. I'm so sorry for a quick reading, and I will connect with you next month. Take care. Bye.